Hi, I'm Veronica. I'm a somatic teacher and therapist. And this is the second part of a short series where I show you a few really nice, easy somatic movements that help you to take care of your psoas. So those are these muscles that connect the upper and lower part of the body, and they tend to grip and react quite strongly to every emotional turmoil you're going through. And personally, I find them very useful as a kind of maintenance practices. You can mix and match, and don't treat it as a Bible and as a definitive list of things you can do. There are many more. Those are just a couple of suggestions. So what I'm going to show you today is done lying down on the front. So you can make your way there. And always, it's a good idea to spend some time feeling the contact with the ground and allowing your body weight to melt, to surrender to the ground. So sometimes it takes a couple of breaths. You might notice your body is gradually softening, sinking a little bit deeper, spreading a little bit wider. You might notice how your breath moves through your body as you're lying on the front. And you can begin with some mini massage. For example, rocking your hips from right to left, rocking the pelvis right and left. So that's already a little bit of self-massage for the front of the thigh and groin and the lower belly. So you can do it for a while. Okay. And then you can bend your knee and position your leg in such a way that your heel will be roughly above the knee. Whatever is your felt sense of that. It doesn't need to be perfect. And you can just really gently flex the foot so that it's not all tense, but just slightly flexed. And the first part of it is pressing. Pressing with your thigh into the mat. Just one side. You can always check what the other side of your body is doing, and you want to keep it quiet. So your thigh, the front of the thigh, is pressing into the mat, and you can kind of keep your awareness whether the other thigh is doing it as well or if it can stay relaxed. So you do it just for a few seconds. And then you can imagine that somebody attached a string to your heel and pulls you by that string upwards, straight towards the ceiling. And now, when that happens, you want to feel that your hips, your both hip bones here in front, stay on the mat. And it's only your thigh, your entire thigh, that lifts vertically up. And then you're going to lower that thigh. And the very moment your thigh touches the ground, that's already the moment when it releases. Because it doesn't need to work anymore. It's supported by the ground. And you can also relax the lower leg too. So that when you land, you want to have that feeling that, oh yes, now my legs, my thighs, my hips are switched off. You can always kind of rock again or encourage that release in any other way. So you don't want to rush it. You always want to feel that there is the moment of engagement and then that kind of slow down motion downwards, and then the moment of rest. Okay, so let's try it. The same leg, foot slightly flexed, press with the thigh into the mat, and then imagine something or somebody is pulling you by the heel upwards, straight up to the ceiling. So the thigh lifts, but the hip bones stay. And then very slowly release. First the thigh, and that's already when everything switches off, because you have that support. You don't need to have it tense. And then you can release the rest of the leg as well. And let's just do it one more time. Pressing down with the thigh into the mat, trying to avoid pressing with your arms or with the other leg. Only that one side presses down. And then imagine that heel reaching straight upward. And then slowly release. Relax the whole leg. Check that everything is relaxed. You can, again, rock the hips a little bit, give yourself a break. And it's always a good idea to give yourself a moment of a pause, just to notice, observe what change in that right side is compared to the left side. And then exactly the same with the other side. So you bend that leg, the foot is just a bit flexed. Heel above the knee, or wherever it's your felt sense of that. It might be that it's not exact. And then you're gonna press for a few seconds the thigh into the mat. And then you let go of that when your heel reaches up towards the ceiling. Both hip bones stay, just the thigh lifts. That knee also doesn't come out, it comes straight up. And then slowly, slowly, in slow motion, release. The very moment your thigh touches the mat, that's when it can already release. Everything relaxes once you're completely down, with the lower leg as well. Okay, so let's go for it again. Press, lift, as if somebody was lifting you. Slowly, slowly lower. Release. Relax. And the last one. Again, bend the knee. Heel above the knee. First press down for some time. And then the heel reaches up. You can even stay a little bit longer when you're up. Slowly, slowly lower. And release. And at the end, you might want to rock the pelvis right and left. You can also bend the knees and let your legs drop right and left, or maybe that's already kind of, again, massaging through the front of the thighs in front of the pelvis. You could also try moving your lower legs in the air. And as you do that, again, you're getting massaged through all of that area. And at the same time, yeah, it really feels pleasant. All right. And then whenever you're ready for that, you can slowly make your way out in any way you wish. So you can combine it with the practice I showed you last week and the one that I'm going to show you the next week, or you can have it as a standalone. It's up to you. But perhaps you've noticed that we're not really stretching the psoas here. It's the action of actually engaging it and consciously releasing it. And this is when that pattern of holding tension gets rewired, gets changed. You're kind of re-educating the psoas
reminding it to release when it's not necessary to hold. And that's far more efficient and effective than doing a big stretch. That can be like a shock for that muscle, and it will only tense more as a result. So I hope that you enjoy this little practice. And if you'd like to get to know more how you can work in this really gentle way, listening to your body and being aware of that connection between your emotions and stress and how your body responds to that, then I welcome you to join my newsletter with kindness, which I send out every Monday. You can find the link in the description below. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I share one video every Monday. Thank you very much.